Hello and welcome back to Pakistan Explorer. Hope you guys are doing great. We are in the middle of the holy month of Ramadan, which means most of the people are isolated to their homes. Not many people are choosing to go outside, Uh, but very soon at the onset of Eid, the tourist season is going to kick off. Already, as we speak, the administration in the Kallan Valley are already clearing the road so that the hill station of Naran could be accessible right after Eid. So we have decided to bring some of the top destinations in Pakistan, probably least explored, yet brazily beautiful places. People who are planning their trips to the northern areas of Pakistan, both within Pakistan as well, people from outside. Um, we are trying to give you the breakdown of the top 10 destinations. Probably you may not have seen. Probably you are not aware of how to access those places, what are the routes to these places, and how you can actually go there, and what kind of facilities are there. So we're gonna decided to give you this breakdown with the countdown of the top 10 places, and I'm sure it's going to be really helpful. At bottom of the list we have Taobut, Kale, Arankale. These are the places in the Neelam Valley of Pakistan, occupied Kashmir, the Azad Kashmir, what we call here. This is trudging along the Neelam River, which enters from the north from Indian occupied Kashmir, and over there this river is known as the Ganga River. And as you go along this Neelam Valley, this is a very small road that has been built mostly by the Pakistan Army, because this is active line of control. Means on the other side of the Neelam River, you can actually see the Indian outposts and the Indian flags and the Indian people living over there, although Kashmiris, but the Indian Kashmiris. And so there are many beautiful scenic spots along this Neelam Valley, and Taobut is actually the end of this road. And this is really out of this world place. And what is unique about this valley, and we did not find in rest of the Pakistan, is that it's a unique architecture of the way these people in Azad Kashmir build their houses. Most of these houses are made out of straw and board, and very unique. You will not find it anywhere in Pakistan. Very beautiful place. You definitely have to see. On number 9, we have Kumrat Valley in the upper D region of KPK. Again, this was pretty isolated and least explored place until the last 5-6 years. The former premier of Pakistan, Imran Khan, actually visited this place, and then obviously this place came to the limelight and people started going over there. Then obviously the facilities started sprouting all over in the Kumrat Valley, which is very beautiful. You can access it from two places. You can either go from Zawad, at road and Thal region, and also you can access Kumrat Valley from upper D region as well. It's very beautiful, kind of a slight touch of Alaskan wilderness that you would feel over here in the Kumrat Valley. People are very, very friendly. The hospitality is really out of this world. We have experienced it many times ourselves. And if you are a fan of, if you're an angler, if you like to catch fish, this is the place to go. You can find golden and silver trout in the rivers of Kumrat. A very beautiful place, and has to be a must-see destination on your bucket list. On number 8, we have Sapat and Palas valleys in Kohistan region. Now again, Kohistan is off the grid because there are safety regulations and security issues in this place. Kohistan is again a very isolated and remote place in Pakistan. Then you have these small valleys like Sapat and Palas valleys. And if you would like to access these places, it is recommended that you know anyone from this particular place. If you know people who dwell in these places, be more secure for that. And if you are going beyond Naran on the Kahan road, and if you go close to somewhere around a few kilometers beyond Maran, you will find a village is named Dangama. You will find tourist guides and porters and jeeps, people who would be willing to take you to these valleys. You can also cross these valleys all the way to the Karakoram Highway, which is going to be one outstanding backpacking trip in the Galan Valley for sure. It's rich in wilderness. You would find ibex and marmots and snow leopards and marfors. You can actually spot this wildlife if you're backpacking. You're inside the Kohistan region, and so it's amazing. You know, the cedar and the pine trees and the freshwater streams, and it's one outstanding place to be, and definitely has to be on the bucket list. Not really safe for the outsiders, for the foreigners, but for Pakistanis, you definitely should explore means to access this valley and explore it. Right adjacent to this Kohistan region is the Dodipitsar, or the assorted lakes region of Kagan Valley, which have the Lulusar Lake, the Dodipitsar Lake, the Sarat Lake. These are all glacial lakes. So again, not many facilities in these lakes. You will be able to access these places with 2 or 3 days of backpacking along with porters and guides. So you have to take care of all your meals and camping gear and everything. Again, if you an angler, this is really heaven for the anglers. You will find golden trout in Lake Dodipitsar. But I think Basil is the place you can get off your car on the Kahanwaran road and you start trekking on the right side of the road. Then it takes you all the way to Dodipitsar Lake. I think it takes the whole day to reach the Dodipitsar Lake. So it's not possible for you to come back in one single day, so you probably have to take out a couple of days to explore these lakes. If you want to go to Saral Lake as well, but it's going to take another couple of days, so that's the way it is. At number 6, we have the Yasin Valley, the Gubis, Ghizer, the Thunder Valley. This is the ancient scenic route. The caravans from Tibet and China would enter the present Pakistani region from Skardu, then they would travel all the way to Gilgit, then they would cross this Ghizer Valley into the Bakhan corridor, and then they would go to Afghanistan and Tajikistan and onwards. So this is the ancient Silk Route. There's a road that goes from Gilgit all the way to Shandur Pass in Chitral, and you would find these places along this road. Beautiful places, beautiful lakes, rich in trout fish, amazing skyline, beautiful people. The hospitality is really amazing. You will find decent hotels and guest houses along the way. At number 5, we have Haramosh and Kutwal Lake. Now again, then there is a bit of a history here at the Haramosh mountain. There is a very famous book. It was written back in, I think, 70s or maybe 80s. It's called The Last Blue Mountain. It was about an expedition tried to summit the Haramosh mountain, which is 7,400 something, I'm not sure. And I think 3 out of 4 people died in that expedition. So very beautiful mountain, very dangerous mountain. If you're going from Gilgit to Skardu, along the way you would find a village. This is known as Sassi village. There are hundreds of hamlets on the way, but you would find this Sassi village, and you can also hire the porter from there. And from Jagloda onwards, you would have to trek all the way to the Lake Kutwal, which is right at the bottom of the Haramosh mountain. Again, people are really friendly. But you have to carry all your camping gear and your groceries along with you. If you're not good at cooking, probably you can hire a cook as well from the Sassi village. And an amazing place to be. This has to be on your bucket list in this season. At number 4, we have Diamir base camp. This is probably the least explored base camp by the Pakistanis. I know most of the foreigners, the climbers who come to Pakistan from Nanga Parbat, obviously they go for the Diamir face. This is the most frequently taken route to the top. From Gunnar Das, the jeep takes you to Halala Bridge. And from there onwards, you have to trek for another 3 days to reach the Diamir base camp. The altitude gain is about from 1,200 meters above sea level in Chalas to about 4,000 meters above sea level in the Diamir base camp. So the altitude gain is really, really fast. We have to take care of your acclimatization as well. If you keep some aspirins with you, is going to help you a lot. And again, no facilities at the Diamir base camp. You will find small hamlets, small villages along the way, like Sair and Kutwal. But no guest houses, no hotels, nothing of that sort, which you normally find on the Raikot side of the mountain, which is quite a bustling tourist place at the moment, which is known as Ferry Meadows. But Diamir has no infrastructure whatsoever, so you have to take all your camping gear and your groceries and meals and everything. Again, a beautiful, beautiful place to be, especially in the summers. The valley is really strikingly beautiful with the wildflowers and everything. Then this place has more than 100 years of climbing history, this face of the mountain of Parbat. So a blend of so many things, a must-see for people, especially for Pakistanis who have not been to this side of the mountain. At number 10, we discussed Taobut. Now, if you have been able to reach Taobut and if you are willing to backpack and track further ahead, if we have the necessary permissions from the Pakistan Army, because you cannot go beyond Taobut without permission from Pakistan Army. There are 3 passes, but if you are able to cross these, you will be heading straight into the Dodipitsar region of Minimarg. Again, strikingly beautiful place. This is the place which is on number 3 on our bucket list. You have to take special permission from the Pakistani authorities to reach this place. Very few people have been to Minimarg, mostly because it is in close proximity to the border with India. And again, absolutely outstanding views, breathtaking scenery, beautiful lakes. And also you will find decent accommodation, which is managed by the Pakistan Army. So if you have the connections, if you have the resources to get there, definitely should be on the bucket list this season. On number 2, the most beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places in Pakistan, the Shimshal Valley. Shimshal essentially is a place that takes you to the northern side of the Karakorams. Means if you are in Shimshal, you have to look down south to see the Karakorams and the Himalayas, Again, this place is strikingly beautiful. It's very unique in terms of its landscape. So most of the times you're traveling towards Shimshal, you will feel like you're traveling in Tibet. Strikingly beautiful mountains, rugged, barren, and very remote. And they have kind of an eerie presence when you're traveling to the Shimshal Valley. Again, some of the finest mountaineers of Pakistan have been from Shimshal. Some of the easier peaks, like the Ghizer and Shimshal Whitehorn and Ghizer, easy 6,000 meter peaks, trekking peaks that if you want to enrich your climbing portfolio, you can go to Shimshal and climb these peaks. Beautiful places, definitely a must-see for people who've got resources, who have got time, and they want to spend their time in a place which is out of this world. Shimshal should be on your bucket list. And last but not least, the number 1 destination recommended by Pakistan Explorer is the Broghil Valley, the Wakhan corridors, and via Lower Pamirs. Now, this is Wakhan belt is the belt the belt between Tajikistan and Pakistan. This is the northwestern border region of Pakistan, and this used to be the gateway to the Central Asian region. Caravans coming from Tibet and China would take this route to enter the Central Asian countries of Tajikistan and Uzbekistan and everything. So the history is very rich. You would find nomadic tribes which actually go from Tajikistan and come back to Pakistani regions. They would sell the hides and the butter and the skins and many other things in exchange for electronics and phones and radios, etc. like that. The biggest landmark in the Broghil Valley is beautiful Kumrat Lake. outstanding views. It's one of the highest altitude lakes in Pakistan as well. Um, Beautiful place. It's really out of this world. Excellent scenery. Again, if you are planning to go there, you would have to have resources in terms of logistics and camping gear and porters and groceries and everything. You would not find any facilities whatsoever in Bakhan corridor in Broghil. You would have to take everything along with yourself. This is it. The top 10 least explored and brazenly beautiful places in Pakistan you definitely have to visit this year if you are planning an excursion to the north of Pakistan. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Thanks a lot.